Last month, I generated over $23,000 in my Amazon business. And in this video, I will share with you 3 things that I did differently this month that helped me grow my sales to over $20,000 that you can also use and implement in your business if you're trying to grow. So let's get into the video, guys. So in the last 12 months, I've generated over 150,000 on Amazon, and I'm looking to hit 1 million, preferably next year, since this year is almost over. And the thing is, throughout this year, I've kind of struggled with growing. Most of the for majority of the year, I was hitting around 10 to 12,000 in sales each month, and I just couldn't get past that threshold. And within the last month, in November, I actually boosted. I hit my highest sales month ever for with 23,000 in sales in 1 month. So in this video, I'm just gonna share with you 3 things that I did differently that you guys could also use in your business and help you grow. So the first thing that I did in my business was actually get more capital, which I figured was really my biggest problem. So one of the biggest issues I had, I would keep running out of sourcing capital. I was sourcing, but I would run out of sourcing capital, and I'll just sit and wait until Amazon sends the next payout. And you have to understand, when you're running an Amazon business, any moment that you're not sending, expect your sales to die or stagger, right? So that was one of the biggest things. So what I actually did was I got an Amazon loan offered to me, which I took $10,000. And also I had some saved up money from my last job, which I was trying to save. It was in a retirement account, but I didn't have it invested in anything. It was just sitting in an account and doing nothing really, but being eaten by inflation. I figured, why not take a chance with it? So I pulled that money out, combined it with the loan, which gave me spending power of over $20,000, I believe, if I do the math right. And with that money, I did spend some money on getting a coaching program, as well as a decent amount, about $4,000 actually, for a coaching program. And the rest was sourcing capital. So I had at least $15,000 to spend for sourcing. And that's what I did. I didn't spend every single penny of it, but I did spend at over 60% of that money, which ultimately is one of the reasons why I was able to boost my sales up last month. The second thing is shipments. Staying on top of your shipments and sending in as soon as possible. When you get a product sent to you, to your address, as soon as you receive that product, you should be trying to get that thing out of the door into Amazon's warehouse as fast as possible, preferably within less than a week. That should be shipped out and gone. So I was staying on top of that. I was sending out every day, but it was I had a pattern going on where things that were here for about 3 days were getting sent out 3 days out, and then everything that's arriving today would be getting sent 3 days out. So I just had it rolling, because I wasn't sending as soon as it comes in and going out. I was kind of like, going through my process of prepping within 3 days and then sending it out by third or fourth a day. So staying on top of your shipments, buying heavier, and growing, getting more capital so you can buy heavier. All right. So the third thing that I did differently was actually change categories, which you don't really have to. The ultimate reason I changed category was just so I could buy higher priced items, and I found it easier to buy shoes because they sell higher, as opposed to makeup, which I was really deeply in. The shoes, you could sell a pair for $80, right? So the margins on $80 seem to be better than the margins on a makeup they're selling for $30, right? So let's say 20% profit margins off of $80. How much is it? Alexa, what's 20% of 80?
20% of 80 is 16.
16. Alexa, what's 20% of 30?
20% of 30 is 6.
Yeah, so technically the margins on a shoe, 20% margins on a shoe would be $16 profit, as opposed to 20% margins on a $30 product would be $6, right? So like I just figure if I'm gonna spend the same amount of energy prepping, buying, and sending in an item, I would like to get paid more for it than, it just for my time than, gain $6 for the same amount of time that I spent finding a product that I could get paid $16 for, right? So the thing is, you don't have to necessarily change categories for this, but instead what you can do is just buy more higher priced products, things that you could sell for a higher price, and you can find those in makeup and makeup as well too. But of course, you're gonna need to have the capital to actually buy the quantities that you need and want to grow that fast, right? So yeah, pretty much those are the three things that I did differently last month that helped me grow to $23,000. Now in December, I'm looking to go even more past that, and I am gonna stick to the same strategies here, but it's December. No sending out to FBA, no sending to the Amazon warehouse because it's gonna take too long for them to process everything. Instead, it's gonna be a FBM run, and just I'm just gonna try to double down and do a lot of FBM and figure out what works, what is gonna work for me. So, well, that's it, guys. Without further ado, without making this video too long, that's all. That's all I was gonna share in this video. So, if you did find anything valuable, anything that I said valuable or helpful, please give me a thumbs up and sub to the channel if you want to see more content like this. But without further ado, guys, thanks for watching, and until next time, be easy, be breezy, and peace out.